Good morning, everybody. We're sitting here just about to get going fishing. It's December 7th, and it's a beautiful southern Vermont morning. And before we get fishing, I want to take a minute to remember it's Pearl Harbor Day and the start of World War II, in which many lives were lost in Pearl Harbor. So take a moment to pay remembrance to that and respect. So I came here yesterday and I checked ice, and it's early ice, so there's walking ice. This is not a machine spot anyway. It's also not my favorite spot, but it's usually one that freezes over pretty quickly, and I can get on it early. So this isn't the earliest I've been out here. Last year I was out here about 2 weeks ago this time, but I thought it was going to happen a couple of weeks ago. We had some real cold weather, and then it warmed up and a lot of the ice melted. This cove stayed pretty frozen for the most part, and then it got cold again. It's currently 12 degrees, and it's supposed to be cold today, tomorrow. Then we get a couple days it's supposed to warm up and rain and then go back cold again. So I'm going to take advantage of what we got and see what happens. We'll see. It's fairly shallow where I'm going to be fishing, but it's usually decent for perch and sunfish, panfish, and occasional crappie. So we'll get out there and we'll get at it. All right, back in a bit. All right, so here we are, and you can see these dark holes. This is the less desirable part of this setback, or any setback on the river. The water comes up and down kind of like a tide when they let water out of the dam, which is only a couple miles down the road. And so we get this water fluctuation. And you can see here we've got some water that came up since yesterday when I checked the ice, and then it froze, but it's obviously not thick enough to walk on, so we're going to punch through until we get out. What about that line right there? That's the good ice. Fortunately, this isn't very deep. It's only ankle-ish deep, so we'll get at it. I just want to say that ice safety is important, so I do have the clam ice spikes, and I've also got my ice chisel. So this area here, you can see I drilled yesterday. These holes, I know what the thickness is here, but if I'm going to venture any further out, I'm going to have to poke along real slow and see what happens, and we'll go from there. It got cold last night, so it should be thicker in theory, but always check as you go and be safe. I came out with a buddy yesterday because it was the first time checking, so I know what this looks like, and I'm comfortable that it's safe for me to be on. But beyond that, and these holes here, I've not checked, so we'll be going pretty slow. So I'm doing this as safely as I can, but I've gotten one perch, 8 inches or so, and I'm kind of tucked against the bank. As you can see, I'm not very far off the bank. So I'm working my way out, and I'm trying to cut some more holes. Hopefully not blinded here, but I've just cut more holes, and I'm kind of stepping my way out a little bit at a time, checking the ice thickness as I go. That spot right, it's dark right there. There's a thin spot right there. That's kind of perpetually thin. There's like a really woody weed plant there that's like an underwater shrub, so it attracts heat because of the branches reaching up close to the surface. But this section right here, where all these holes are, is usually pretty decent as far as this spot goes. And then eventually we work our way out into this cove more. It's deeper, 7-8 feet. This all in here is all running about 5-ish or so. And trying to find some weeds. So I did hit some weeds over in one of the holes over there, and I'm gonna go see what I can do. But check back in a bit. It's been pretty slow. There's a fish. I just pounded the bottom. No, don't go away. Come on. You know you want it. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know what this is. He's pulling drag. Be a bass. I just landed a pumpkin seed a minute ago. Small one. No, no. Come on. I think this might be a bass. I'm running 4-pound tests, so yep, I think I just saw a bass leg. Bass, yep. I think it's a good one too. Yeah, that's a dandy. Pretty good for a little jig head. Look at that. We'll take it. This is all we're running. This is a Kinder's 4 mil crappie provoke with a Euro tackle, Y-fry in pink. 4-pound test on a dead meat Jason Mitchell 32-inch rod, 13 fishing descent reel. Nice little setup. It's pretty lightweight. These dead meat rods, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about them. The tip's real sensitive, but at the same time they break easy. So I've got one that I broke like the day after I got it. I don't even know how it broke because I didn't jam it against anything, and yeah, it just snapped right at the end right here. So we'll see if I can fix it, but for now I've got 2 other ones. It's been a slow day of fishing. That bass, 1 pumpkin seed, and 1 perch. So, but it beats sitting around the house. All right, well, that's going to be a wrap on this day. It's been really slow, and I'm sorry, maybe you're in the sun there, but it's been really slow, like really slow. I can't get out exactly where I want to get, and I'm not really finding a ton of weeds here to hold fish, so the only thing I'm doing is catching roaming fish as they go. And hopefully tonight, it's supposed to be down near 0. Maybe we'll get some more ice and I can get out further. And it'd be kind of nice if I could get somebody else out here with me, just for safety, as I go check more spots further out. I hit one spot and my chisel went straight through. I kind of figured it was going to, the way the ice looked. but it's all under snow, as you can see. And well, it is what it is. But I caught fish, and it beats sitting around the house. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. All right, see you back tomorrow.